Hey, this is Brian Tanner. I am going to be walking you through how to earn the Audacity badge for the iptedtech.org website. This badge should take you about 30 minutes to an hour to complete. This is the rubric. You need to record your own audio track. You need to import at least 2 audio tracks. You need to trim these tracks so that they mash up together. Adjust the volume so that they're comparable. Do some fade ins and fade outs to make it sound professional. Add some other effects in case there needs to be some smoothing out. I'll walk you through how to do that sort of thing. Export to MP3, which means you'll need to download the lame MP3 encoder from the Audacity website, and make sure it's professional. Finally, submit your work on your portfolio page. It should look something like this. We want you to take screenshots to prove that you've done the work inside of the Audacity tool, and then just explain underneath each screenshot what exactly you did to fulfill the rubric requirements for each of these. Okay. So, and it explicitly states what screenshots we're looking for right there. To submit, if you're a student, a BYU student in an IPT 286 class, submit to your instructor via Canvas. If you are not enrolled in BYU, just send it to iptedtech@gmail.com. Okay, first things first, just Google Audacity, and it will come up with this Audacity website, and you'll click download, and it'll bring you right here to this, it'll bring you to this page. You can download for Windows, Mac, or Linux. So pick the operating system that you have, and either download the full file that's unzipped or the zip file. This one's just half the size, so I recommend this one and then unzipping it. If you don't know what zipping is, maybe just go for the straight download. For Windows, it's super simple. They have instructions for how to install, just as they have here for the Mac operating system. Essentially, for both operating systems, it downloads to your download folder. You double-click the exe file or the .dmg file, and it should automatically go to your applications folder, and you'll be able to open it from there. If you run into some trouble, this website has some troubleshooting guides to help you do that. The other thing that you're going to need for this badge is the lame MP3 encoder. So click this and download it also. I have downloaded both of them already, and so here's the Audacity. Oh, nice. It gives you some install instructions in case you're a first-time user. It's kind of cool. Okay, so here's the application. You can see application. It's got the greatest file size. This is the one we want. Double-click that. Open it. Okay. The program is open. Now, one more thing we're going to have to do is install this lame library. A library is simply a collection of data. Libraries live on your computer and run behind the scenes and make your applications work. In fact, it makes your entire operating system work, your entire computer work. That's why you don't really hear much about it. They hide from you intentionally so that you don't mess with them. But when you double-click this bad boy, and you double-click this this file, this .dylib library, it should download. Can't be opened. Oh, great. Okay, so yeah, it's your computer is going to be very cautious about things that are foreign or downloaded from a suspect website. So the way to get around this, at least for a Mac, when it says, I can't download this, it's from an unidentified developer, you do right-click. Let's see. I think it's Option or Alt. And click. Yeah, you hold down Option or Alt, and it will say, are you sure you want to open it? And then you click yes. Okay, so it ran a little program in the background of your computer. Process completed. We should be good. That's the hardest part of getting this badge, guys. Once you've got that out of the way, you are going to be just fine. Okay, first thing we need to do is record some audio. To make this professional, I recommend that you write down a script with a plan of like how you're going to transition between your two clips, etc. So, since this is just an example, I have not written a script, but I'll try to make it sound professional anyway. On February 22nd, Isaac Calvert, a BYU student in the College of Education, told a story in one of our classes on storytelling about how Saint Nicholas of Eastern Europe came to be. It's kind of like an Aesop's fable, and I'll let you listen to his 2-minute story and try to identify what the moral is. Okay, so gotta listen back. Okay, so it recorded just fine, it sounds okay. I've recorded one track here. Now, if we go back to our rubric, we did this one. Now we import a track. MP3s work best, they're the most common file types. So let's see, I think I have one. Go to File, Import, Audio, Desktop, and where did I put that file? Oh, it's not an MP3, it's an MPEG-4. I recorded this on my Apple phone. Okay, let's see if Audacity accepts it. Attempted to use the MPEG import, but there was no library found. Okay, so if you want to import MPEG libraries, you just have to go back to the Audacity webpage and download the library or plugin that's associated with that. So honestly, oh, there it is. I was gonna say I'm just gonna use a different program to change the file type, but this actually looks pretty easy. Okay, the web designer obviously could use some help. This is terrible, but if you read this long enough and your eyes don't start to burn, you can come down here and say, okay, these are the download links for Windows, these are the download links for Mac. Okay, I want the zip version. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Option, double click, open, process complete. I hope that was the right one. Otherwise I just duplicated my work. So I'm using headphones right now, and I can't remember if you can hear this track that is playing, whether you're just hearing silence. So if you're hearing silence, I apologize. But what we have going on here is the track that I just installed, or imported, excuse me, and up here is the track that I just recorded. So if you wanted to name these files a little bit better. So this was recorded in December of last year, my bad. So Saint Nick is the recording that I just imported from my phone. And I'm going to rename this one to intro. Okay. Now, tools. to move a track around, envelope, draw, multi-tool, time shift, zoom tool. Looks like this is the one we want. We are going to add another track. Import audio. We're going to put some music at the beginning and at the end. But I don't like the name of that, and I don't want to rename it inside the program, so I'm going to rename it outside. Man, I'm glad I downloaded that extra plugin. It's going to be really helpful. Ha ha ha. It's a bug. Okay, so this is a crazy, crazy song. So what we're going to do is select the entire balance of the song and just cut it. All right, so as you can see, my intro and my Santa Claus music is about the same size. Now, going back to our rubric, what we need to do is change the volume. By the way, what's the difference between cutting and trimming? Maybe it's the same thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're the opposites of one another. I just pressed Command Z or Apple Z to undo what I did. You can also do undo from the edit menu. When you highlight something using the selection tool and press cut, it cuts that section out. When you highlight a section and then press trim, it cuts everything else except for the selection that you saved. Kind of cool. Okay, let's listen to this and try to adjust the audio. Okay, audio is too loud. That would freak out a baby. So here we go. Gain is artificially adjusting the volume of your recording. You rarely want to go up on gain because it makes the audio quality grainy. So choose the one that's the loudest and drop the gain. While we're here, you can take a look at this pan option. This makes it, if you have stereo sound, which we have, it was recorded in stereo, it will come out more on your left speaker or on your right speaker. Okay, let's hear what this sounds like. Not bad, it's better, but let's keep going. Ah, just right. Okay. So now we need to trim this bad boy. And do you see how I used the mouse to, I was dragging over and then I just pulled it down and it included the second track here. Okay, so to get rid of it, we cut. Good. I like that ripple delete. That was very good. Oh my gosh, I could not have planned that any better. Okay, we want to change the scope here because we're going to do a fine edit. What I did was just press Command and then I scrolled up on my mouse, but I think there's got to be a different one. There's like a zoom button. Yeah, there it is. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. That way you can get down to the nitty-gritty. I just want to make, I think these are the jingle bells and we want to get rid of them. Yep. So we're cutting the jingle bells. All right. Now, let's do a crossfade. And this is part of the rubric. So I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to do effects. There should be a crossfade somewhere in here. Help me find it. Crossfade. Maybe it's under fade. Seriously? All right, well, if there's something that you want to do and you can't find it, where do you go? Oh, there it is. You go to the help. That was way too much. That was way too much. Actually, it's not bad. Good, very good. All right. However, there was that pen noise right here. See that right there? That's a pen noise. We want to get rid of that. Oh, I need to take a screenshot. So here we go. And to take a screenshot on a Mac, it is Shift Command. Well, you could do 3 to take the entire screen, or you can do 4, and you can select exactly what you want. But that isn't a very good selection because it's totally out of context. So I'm going to press Escape and Shift Control 4 again, and then I'm going to use a special shortcut. Just tap the spacebar key, and it gives you this camera, and it will highlight in blue the area that it thinks you want to snap a picture of. If there were more windows on my screen, I could move my mouse to those various windows, and it would just capture those applications. So this is good. This is what I want. Click. All right, so I'm going to save that one. Where is that screenshot? Oh, beautiful. It even puts like a nice little shadow behind it. That's so classy. All right, so I'm going to name this before I forget it. Crossfade. Okay. Since this is part of the whole operation, I'm going to do this too. Insert image. Upload from my desktop. Crossfade. Upload. Whoa, whoa, too big. Let's make that a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay, good enough. Good. All right. Crossfade between intro music and Isaac speaking. Great. Okay, so now I'm not going to come back here, but that's what I want you to do for all of the screenshots. Where the heck are we? Wrong application. Okay. The click. Okay. So we take this, go here, and we want to, what's it called? We could do repair, noise removal. There it is. Okay, this is kind of an art. You have to kind of play around with it. But what the heck did I just do? Repair, remove. Select a few seconds of just noise. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So what I did was I just analyzed this and I said, what I am identifying is noise, and I want you to automatically get rid of it. Boom! Did you see that? Gone. Ooh. That was not a good fade. That was not good at all. Okay. What I did was a little bit cheating. I did a fade in for both of these. And so what that did on this fade out portion was make it sound trashy. So I am going to undo by clicking Control Z, all that stuff. And I'm going to fade in this part. Where's fade in? Fade in, fade in, fade in, fade in. And I'm going to fade out this part. Let's see how that sounds now. Ah, so good. All right, now we need to get rid of that again. Remove. it remembered my analysis from before. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm basically ready to export. So I'm assuming that you can't hear what I'm listening to, so I'm not gonna like listen to the whole thing. Let's just go straight to export. Fade in, fade out. Other effects, we did noise removal. You can mess around with some of the reverb and things like that. Export to MP3, make sure it's professional. I think it sounds pretty professional. And the volume's all good. Okay. Export. Edit, or file, excuse me. Export multiple. Oh, before we do this, it's important to save. Always, always save before you export. To save an audio file for other programs, use one of the file export commands. Okay, so I'm saving a project file. That's fine. I don't want to hear that again. Save as Saint Nick. Save to the desktop. So let's be honest, I'll probably be deleting this again just after this. Okay, export. If you want to export just part of your entire thing or just one track or something, select it and then press export selection. I want to do the whole thing in MP3 files. Now, again, remember, if you don't have the lame MP3 encode downloaded, you won't have this option. Tracks will be mixed down. That means that they're going to be compressed into one track and into a stereo, which is what I want. This is not what I want. Let's go Saint Nick. Audacity mix. Okay. Audacity needs the file to create. I think, okay, so it's saying we need this. Is it here? If it's there, I'm going to press OK. I'm going to hope it's there. If you haven't downloaded at this point, it has a nice convenient download button right there. Cross your fingers. No! Export. Wait. Where was this going to be saved again or exported to? Let's just send it to the desktop. MP3. Yes, I want it. Don't show this again. That all looks good. I'm going to browse to the actual plugin or the library itself. Oh my gosh. Okay, do that. Great. There is my final file. I definitely should have faded out at the end. My bad. Okay, so there's your file. Now, how do you host it? How do I ask you to host it? Export your project as an MP3. Create a subfile, upload your MP3 to this page, include 2 screenshots you took as part of the trimming requirement. Also include a short explanation of your track on this page, which explains some of the edits you made, including 2 other effects. Okay. Add files. Great. Okay. So once you finished putting your screenshots in here and explaining the different edits that you made, I would probably want to redo this one because, well, it's wrong. it's not a crossfade, it's a fade in that was applied to both a fade in and a fade out. Anyway, I want to take this URL and I want to send it to the email address or do it on Canvas. Okay, hope that was helpful. Email me with questions at bryantanner@byu.edu. That's BRYANTANNER, TANNER @gmail.com. Thanks.